Hello and thank you for watching. I'm Jennifer Bowman with Olympia Piano, and this short video will be a practice on 2-5-1 7th chords starting in third inversion. So a couple things before we begin the exercise. First of all, I like to have my circle of fifths just on my music rack so I can refer to it as I play these exercises. You get used to how the keys relate to each other, how the letters relate to each other, etc. So if you'd like a free PDF of this circle of fifths, just look in the description and you can find a link that you can print one out for yourself. And then the second thing I want to do is go over the 2-5-1 in root position so we can just review which notes of the chords are changing and how they're changing, because the actual keys that are changing are not going to change. So when we switch from a D minor 7 to a G7, the moving notes are A and C, but they're going to be at a different place in the chord when we switch the inversion. So root position, D minor 7. We want to get to our dominant 7 chord, our G7. The 5th goes down a whole step. The 7th goes down a half step. And now we have our dominant 7, G, B, D, F. That chord is in an inversion. And when we're going from dominant 7 to major 7, our 1 chord, the 5th is going to go down a whole step. The 7th is going to go down a half step, and that's going to give us our 1 chord. And then what we're going to do is we're going to change that major 1 chord into a minor chord, and it's going to become the next 2. So it'll become the 2 for the next progression, going around the circle. So D minor 7, G7, C major 7, we switch it to C minor, F7, B flat, and so forth. So if we are going to start this progression in third inversion, root, third, 5th, 7th, A and C are still the notes that are going to be changing, but now they're on the outside instead of on the top or bottom. So our 5th is going to go down a whole step. Our 7th is going to go down a half step. G7, root, 3rd, 5th, 7th. Now our 5th is going to go down a whole step. 7th, down a half step. Now we have our C major 7. This is our 1 chord. We're going to make that a new minor 2 chord by lowering the 3rd and the 7th. So every other note starting from the bottom, we'll do it all again. So we're going to start with the outsides, whole step on the top, half step on the bottom. F7, root, 3rd, 5th, 7th. So the bottom note of the moving notes in the middle is the whole step. The top note of the moving notes is the half step. B flat major 7. Now every other note starting on the bottom is going to move down a half step. B flat minor 7, so the outsides are going to move to create the dominant. E flat 7, root, 3rd, 5th, 7th. Now the middle switches. A flat major 7. Now every other key starting from the bottom moves down a half step to create the new 2 chord. A flat minor 7, 2, outsides, bottom down a half step, top down a whole step. D flat 7. Now middles change, whole step on the bottom, half step on the top. That's G flat major 7. Now we're going to rename that to F sharp major 7, move down 3rd and 7, so our new 2. Half step on the bottom, whole step on the top. Now the middles. It can be tricky to kind of keep track of those black keys. Outsides, middle, and then we're back where we started. So let's do that all in rhythm. So we'll start root, 1st, 2nd, 3rd inversion. We'll do it with rhythm. 1, 2, ready, go. D minor 7, G7, C major 7, move the 3rd and 7th, here we go, outsides, middle, 3rd and 7th, here we go, outsides, middle. Keep track of your whole steps and half steps. Outsides, middle. 2, 3, third and seventh. 2, 3, third and sevenths. Outsides, middles. And then we're back where we started. So now, the final thing for this exercise is we've just gone through 2, 5, 1, switch, 2, 5, 1, 2, 5, 1. So we've done every other possible 2, 5, 1 on the circle of fifths. So what we've got to do is cover the rest of them. So we're going to do a 2, 5, 1 starting with G as the 2. So the 2, 5, 1 in the key of F. So we'll do a rhythmic playthrough of that exercise starting on the G minor. Here's our root, first, second, third. Okay, so G minor 7, this is our first 2, 5, 1 for round 2. Outsides, middles. Every other note down a half step, third and seventh. Outsides, middles. Down a half step. Middles. 2, 3, 4, and third and seventh. Middles. Third and seventh slide. Down, here we go. Outside, middles. 2, 3, 4, and outside, middles, and then we're back where we started. So once you've gone through these 2, 5, 1s and you feel pretty comfortable, then go ahead and do some fun stuff. You could add a bass line. So one thing I like to do is go up and down within the positions, and I like to just play the root in my left hand. So D, G, C. Or you could just play around in that position. And so forth. So the main idea is have fun with these positions, but get really used to how do they switch? Whole steps or half steps? Where are the black keys? Which notes are switching and how? And the more familiar you get with the switches and all the inversions, then you can mix it up and move between switches. You don't always have to stay starting in root position, for example, or in one position. You can interchange around as you have fun with this. So I hope that you found this exercise helpful. And I hope you will subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. There's also videos on piano literature and quick piano tips. If you have questions, just write to me, send me a message in the comments or the email. I'm happy to respond. And as always, thank you for watching.